boys and girls. I know that many of you have brothers and sisters, don't you? Well, you know what? I have brothers and sisters too. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers. In fact, I'd like to show you a picture of them right now. I love them so much. This is my brother Jim, and he's a minister. He's the youth director for the Michigan Conference. Right behind him is my sister Cinda, and she produces the program Tiny Tots on 3ABN, and she's also in the kitchen there. Then you see myself with my mom, and then my mom's standing next to my sister Linda, and Linda is who you know as Auntie Linda on Tiny Tots. And then, of course, my brother Kenny, he's my baby brother, and he pastors 2 churches in Michigan. And I just love them so much. You know, it was so much fun growing up in a big family. We had our challenging days, but we loved each other very, very much. We still do. I still love my brothers and sisters with all my heart. And you know, whenever they go through hard times, it makes me really sad because I wouldn't want anything bad to ever happen to them. Our Bible story today is about 2 sisters and their brother. The 3 of them loved each other dearly, and they also loved Jesus. In fact, he was one of their best friends. Jesus often came to visit them in their home. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing, boys and girls, to have Jesus come to your house? But one day, the brother got very sick, and the sisters sent word to Jesus. They didn't want their brother to die, and they knew that if Jesus could just get there on time, Jesus would heal him. Well, I'm sure they figured that Jesus would come very quickly because he was their friend. But when Jesus got the message, he acted rather strangely. He didn't seem to be in any kind of a hurry to get there to help their brother. It almost seemed as if he didn't care at all. They couldn't understand it. So how did it all turn out? Well, we'll find out in just a few minutes. But first, let's find out what Emily has for us in the garden today.
Welcome to my garden. Today, my special garden helper is, what's your name?
Clinton.
Clinton, and he's really excited about gardening. Do you like to garden, Clinton? You don't? Oh, well maybe I can teach him a few things about plants that's going to get him really excited to get out there and dig in the dirt. Today, boys and girls, we're going to talk about what plants need. Clinton, do you know what plants need?
Soil, sunlight, and food and water.
Wow, Clinton, good job. Clinton is right on. He guessed all 4 things that plants need. The first thing that plants need to grow big and strong is the sunlight. And look how sunny it is out here. And these plants, these are called a geranium, and they are loving the sunlight. Plants need sunlight to get energy to grow big and strong. The next thing that Clinton mentioned that plants need is water. Now this is one of my favorite parts about gardening because you can have so much fun watering your plants. Do you like to play in the water, Clinton? No?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna swim this year.
You're gonna go swimming? Oh, I like to swim too. And whenever it's really hot, it feels really good to water your plants. But there's just a few things to remember whenever you water your plants. For example, the best way to figure out if your plants need water is to actually take your hand. You want to help me, Clinton? Take your hand and you want to feel around the soil. Can you feel around the soil for me? Well, if it feels really, really dry, your plant probably needs a lot of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my watering can, or if you have a big garden, you may water your garden with a gardening hose, and I'm just going to sprinkle some water around the base of the plant. The plant needs water to grow big and tall. One thing to remember though is you don't want to give too much water because then the soil's going to get really soggy and muddy and the plant's not going to like that very much. The next thing plants need, they need air. Just like humans need air to breathe, plants need air to breathe too, to be big and strong and green and flower all summer long. Now another thing that plants need are nutrients, and nutrients can be found in the soil. And I just have an example here. Here's some soil, and the plants, using their roots, they kind of push their roots through the soil and they find all the nutrients they need to grow to be big and strong. Now one thing to remember whenever you're planting plants is that you don't want to push down too hard because remember, the plants find the nutrients out of that soil, and also they need a lot of air. So it's really important, Clinton, not to go walking through the garden because you're going to trample the plants and push down the soil so they have no air to grow. Let's see, is there anything else you think plants need? No? Well, I know one more thing that I see on these geraniums that could make these plants bloom all summer long. And that's called, the word that gardeners use is called deadheading. And what that means is, see this bloom right here, boys and girls? See, it doesn't look so good. Clinton, it looks like it's almost done blooming, doesn't it?
It looks like it's dead.
Oh, yep, it's starting to die out. So all you want to do is you can take scissors, or you can just snip off the old bloom. And then the plant uses this energy to produce more buds to bloom all summer long. Well, boys and girls, I hope you've learned a lot about what plants need, and I encourage you every day to sow the seeds of God's love.
It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning and thy faithfulness every night. Psalms 92, verse 1 and 2.
Look who's coming up over the hill. Look who's shining on my windowsill with the bluebirds singing and the bluebells ringing. It's morning again. When the sun comes up to set, I know it will be a lovely day, for God sends sunshine every day. It's morning again. There's a woody woodpecker just a sitting and a knocking, and the cock goes cock-a-doodle-doo. There's a cow in the pasture and the sheep in the meadow, and the wise old owl goes woo. Look who's coming up over the hill. Look who's shining on my windowsill with the bluebirds singing and the bluebells ringing. It's morning again.
Do you like pot pie? Well, I love every different kind of pot pie. But this recipe's a little bit different. It's called shepherd's pie. You know, they call it shepherd's pie because, well, I don't really know why they call it shepherd's pie, but anyway, this is my recipe for vegetarian shepherd's pot pie, or shepherd's pie. Let me read the recipe for you. 1 tablespoon of oil, canola or olive, 1 large onion, diced, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, 3 stalks of celery, diced, 3 carrots, peeled and diced, 1 small eggplant, peeled and cubed, 1 cup of mushrooms chopped into large chunks, 1 10-ounce container of grape tomatoes sliced, or 1 3/4 cup of sliced grape tomatoes, 1 pound 3-ounce can of Loma Linda tender bits, or 2 cups of your favorite gluten, 1 16-ounce can of Great Northern beans, optional, 1 cup of water, 3 teaspoons of Bragg's liquid aminos, 2 teaspoons of McKay's beef-style instant broth and seasoning, 1½ teaspoons of McKay's chicken-style instant broth and seasoning, 2 to 3 teaspoons of Vegisol all-purpose seasoning, or your favorite all-purpose seasoning, 1/4 cup of water mixed with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 4 cups of warm mashed potatoes. Now, for the sake of time, I already have my vegetables and my tender bits, or actually I used a different kind of gluten, but you can use any type of gluten that you like, or it can even be homemade if you want to try that, or tender bits or any kind of thing like that. And I already have that in the stove cooking, and you want to add your tomatoes last, your grape tomatoes last, because they don't need to cook as long. But I already have that all mixed up, and so now we just need to add our seasonings, our McKay-style chicken seasoning, and these seasonings. and Bragg's liquid aminos. And mix these. Now, really you can use any different kind of vegetable that you'd like. Just whatever type of. I chose to use some carrots and celery and those kind of things in here, but really any kind of thing you want to add in here is good. Now while that's on the stove cooking, you want to get all the seasonings mixed up, and while that's on the stove cooking, you want to take your cornstarch and into your water. Now you never want to add cornstarch just by itself, dry. You always want to have it into water. Let's see. Ooh, careful. And, wow, let's see, we have a spoon. I have a spoon here. Mix up the cornstarch into the water. Yeah. And this will be our thickener. And go ahead and pour this in. Now you want to continue stirring once you pour this in, because this is going to thicken very quickly. Your thickener. Now once this is already done cooking, you're going to put it into your 9x13 pan, which I've already greased. Just pour it in. Okay. Most of it out. And spread it around. Now I already have some already cooked mashed potatoes here, and you'd want them hot, because if you have cold mashed potatoes that came out of the fridge, it's really hard to spread them out. So I have these mashed potatoes. Just go ahead and put them on. And spread them over the top. Now once you get them all spread out, you're going to bake it for 30 to 35 minutes on 375 degrees. And I have an already done one for you right here. And to decorate, I have some dried parsley, and you just take a little bit and sprinkle it over the top, just for a little bit of garnish. Now doesn't that look beautiful? Tasty, just ready to eat, delicious. Well, until next time, keep cooking and eat healthy.
Morning, sir. Some fresh bread.
Well, Anna, let's hurry to the marketplace to buy some last-minute items for our Passover feast.
Oh, Mommy, look at the pretty baskets. May I have one?
Oh, we really can't afford
Would you
one
like
today.
this one? This is so handy.
Oh, that
look at
is
all the beautiful designs on it, and look, I found this.
That is a beautiful basket, but we
would you
can't
like
afford
this
that.
beautiful basket? I made it myself. I spent so many long hours.
Oh, that's nice too, but we really need a
would you
smaller
like
basket.
This one. Oh, okay.
Yes, a
Would you
smaller
like a
one.
beautiful small basket?
Oh.
I made it myself, and I just made the lid.
Oh, I think this one will do.
Okay.
Here, how much would this cost?
Well, it would cost about, how much do you think? 3 would be fine.
There you go. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Oh, Mommy, smell the bread. It smells so good. May we have some?
That's the wrong kind of bread, honey. We use unleavened bread for our Passover feast.
But I have some unleavened bread.
Oh, that is nice bread. How much does that cost?
2 denarii.
Oh, right. Well, I think we can afford that. That'll...
Thank you. Have a nice Passover.
Thank you.
I just got this beautiful.
Shalom, James. How are you?
Shalom. I'm fine.
Good. I would like some of these, a couple apples and a pear, please.
Okay.
Did you hear that they took Jesus before Pilate this morning?
No, I didn't.
They tried him last night before the Sanhedrin for blasphemy.
You
That
mean
is so
Jesus the
awful.
healer?
Yes, Jesus the healer. They took him before Pilate this morning. They want to have him crucified. It's so awful. I know he's not a blasphemer because When I was with Mary and Martha when Lazarus was sick, they called for Jesus, and he didn't come, and then Lazarus died. Finally, after Jesus arrived, Lazarus had been dead for 4 days.
Was he really dead?
Oh, yes. When Jesus got there, he asked some men to roll the stone away from the grave, and the smell was so terrible. Then he prayed a prayer like I had never heard before. He said, "Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me, and I know that thou hearest me always. But I said it for these people, that they might believe that thou hast sent me." Then he said, "Lazarus, come forth." We were all waiting and watching, and soon we saw Lazarus coming up to the open door of the grave, walking slowly, still wrapped in the grave clothes. And they unwrapped him. Then we were crying tears of joy instead of tears of sorrow. We were so excited. Well, we need to finish preparing for our Passover, and we want to find out some more news about Jesus, so we really need to be on our way.
Okay, tell me if you hear anything.
Okay, I
We need to hear
will.
more news about Jesus, don't we?
Yes, we do. As soon as I find anything out, I'll let you know.
Oh, please do.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Jesus loves me. This I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little one to hear me, Lord, day a week, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so. Yes, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so.
Hi, boys and girls. I am so excited because today I'm going to introduce you to something new on this program. and that is my book of the day. Now, I think it's really, really important to read, and I think it's even more important what we read, because anything we read should bring us closer to Jesus. So Miss Brenda has chosen some wonderful books for you, and each program I'm going to have a book of the day, and you make sure when you hear Kids Time coming on that you get your pencils and your papers, because I want you to be able to write down the website and the phone number of where you can get this book, okay? And so right now it's time for the book of the day. And my first book I've chosen for you is really by one of my very favorite authors in the whole world, Kay Rizzo. She writes the most amazing stories. And this book is called The Not So Secret Mission. And it's about Elizabeth, an Adventist girl. And let me just share with you, it says springtime in 1851 has come to the town of Ballston Spa, and changes are in the wind. Soon, guests will come to stay at the 3-story boarding house on Maple Avenue where Elizabeth Ann, or Pattycake Mays, lives. That means lots of work for the whole family, even 9-year-old Elizabeth. One day, 2 mystery guests from Maine arrive at the Mays house, and they are on a mission. The woman, Mrs. White, has visions from God. She likes to share her stories, and Elizabeth is thrilled to hear about heaven, where she will see Jesus. It all seems very mysterious at first. As the secret comes out and the mission unfolds, big changes happen in Elizabeth's family, and decisions are being made that could change their whole future forever. But I'm not going to tell you anymore. You're going to have to get the book and read it for yourselves, but I know you're going to enjoy this book. Well, right now, something else you're going to enjoy, and that is meeting a very special guest I have, and this is Gloria. Hi, Gloria.
Hi.
Gloria, where are you from?
I'm from Lowell, Vermont.
You are? Well, that's a long ways from here, isn't it?
Yes.
It is? Now, how old are you?
7.
You're 7 years old, and what grade are you going to go into?
2nd.
In 2nd grade. Do you like 2nd grade, or did you like 1st grade?
Yes.
You did? So you're excited about going to 2nd grade?
Yes.
Well, you know what? You were telling me something. You like to collect items. What do you do with those items, and what are they? Kind of got me curious. Aren't you curious boys and girls?
Well, I collect toys and I give it to the poor and needy, and I take like my favorite toys out of the closet and I give them to people that need them. And
what are some of the favorite toys you've given away?
blocks and stuff.
Blocks. And you had some favorite blocks you liked?
Yes.
It's fun to build things with blocks, isn't it?
Yes.
And can you tell me, you also said that you like to help some people in an orphanage. Can you tell me about that?
Well, my sister plays in the orchestra, and after the concert, there's like a whole table full of pictures and stuff that we could get to, so we could like support like a child, like send them cards or some money. So I picked a boy named King.
His name is King. Do you know how old he is?
8.
He's 8 years old, and you write to him?
Yes.
Oh, and has he ever written back to you? Not yet, but maybe he might. Did you give him your address so maybe he can write back to you?
Yes.
Well, that's good. I can tell that you are doing a lot for Jesus, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, you know, boys and girls, I want to encourage you to do that. Maybe you could find a boy or girl that you could be maybe a pen pal to and witness to him through the mail, through letters, you know, and telling him about Jesus. I think that's a good idea that Gloria had. Well, I have some wonderful letters to share with you. And this one is from Elizabeth in Calhoun, Georgia. And let's see what Elizabeth, oh, she has a letter. Can you hold this up for me, please? Just right there. Nope, turn it down this way so they can see it. Oh, there you go. And this says, let's see what this letter says. Dear Miss Brenda, my name is Elizabeth, and can you please send me a Kids Time activity book and a t-shirt? I'm sorry we don't have t-shirts, but anyway, I shared Jesus by reading a book to my brother when he's sad, and my grandpa Dave is sending you this money to help you with the supplies for the show. I am 10 years old. Oops, I probably should have looked in the envelope. There's some money in here. There is. You know what? It's $100. Well, thank you so much, and you know what? You tell your grandpa that this will help us make a lot more programs that we can do for Kids Time and tell more people about Jesus. So thank you so much. Then we have this one is from Hayden McGuire from Westminster, Maryland. Let's see what Hayden says. Oh, Hayden drew me a picture. I love pictures. And why don't you hold this one up just like that for me? And let's show him the picture that Hayden drew. Says, oh, we've got 2 pages in this letter. Said, Dear Miss Brenda, my name is Hayden and I am 7 years old. I share Jesus by playing nicely with my friends Corey and Josh. Please send me a Kids Time activity book. I have 1 sister and a cat named Tiger and a crab named Krabby. My sister's name is Hannah. Love, Hayden. Oh, I kind of like that name, a crab named Krabby. That was pretty good, wasn't it? And thank you for that beautiful picture. I just love that. Let's see. Oh, we've got a wonderful email here. And here's another picture. Can you hold that up for me? And this email, I love emails too. It says, Dear Miss Brenda, my name is Shannon and I'm 9 years old and I enjoy watching Kids Time. I share Jesus by making bookmarks and writing Bible verses on them and giving them to people. I have a sister named Shanice and I help my mom take care of her. My address is in Hong Kong. Can I have an activity book, please? Well, yes, you can. And I want to thank you for your email. And boys and girls, that's all the time today. Remember, it's kids' time to share Jesus.